Hi folks, so I'll give you an update. It's the 6th of November 2019 and it's not looking good. But this is looking good. This is my red papaya. It's putting out a lot of fruit at the moment. It's still only small, but it's looking good, but most of the other things are not so good. I'll show you in a moment. My custard apple here, my beautiful KJ Pete's custard apple. Not looking too bad, but there's been some branches broken on it, which you'll understand why soon. It's putting out a fair few flowers, which is good to see. Fingers crossed it's going to have a bit of fruit this year. It's putting out a lot of little flowers like that. Doing quite alright. Now here's the rest of it. Here's some of these pots that I wanted to pot up. I wanted to plant soon. They're really knocked around, almost dead. These hanging plants are not doing too bad. Strawberries not too bad. My air layer papaya not too bad, although I really need to move that soon. I really need to pot up my dragon fruit. I want to put them in a bigger pot. Although it's going to be a huge job. It's going to be really difficult because all the roots of that dragon fruit are all tangled into the patio there. So I've got to cut all the roots off. They're like just matted into the patio timber and try and put it into bigger pots. Aloe's doing okay. Veggie garden's looking terrible. There's some big thugs have dragged it out away from the wall, and it's just too heavy for me to slide it back into the wall. That's what I want to do. I want to slide it back into the wall and slide these plants back up against it. I'm letting it dry out, hoping it'll be lighter and I can drag it back, but it's still just too heavy, so I'm probably going to have to dig all that earth out, that mulch, slide the frame back into the wall and then fill it up with mulch and start again. Yeah, it got savaged by thugs. My beautiful nasturtiums almost dead. My Ceylon spinach, climbing spinach, almost dead. But there's a lot of seeds there. Like once I start watering, they should sprout again. And here's the rest of it. Bananas, a lot of things really knocked around here. I've still got my Hawaiian Gold pawpaws. They're looking fairly nice. They really need to be planted somewhere. My Hawaiian Gold pawpaw, not doing too bad. A few of these new red papaya that I planted, not doing too bad. The ones along the edge there, I've got more along the edge. Right up against there, up against the wall. Fingers crossed that they'll all do okay. Hopefully another couple of months I'll get up above the fence and then there'll be no stopping them. And they'll do really well like that big one. But yeah, my fence has been just ripped down. There was a couple of papayas growing here. That one's just been pulled out by the roots. I might be able to save that if I cut that back soon and put it in a pot. That's what I have to do, I think. That one was in a pot, it's still surviving. I think there'd be another papaya underneath that fence actually. So yeah, I'm not very fit and healthy anymore, but hopefully I'll be able to lift that fence up and pull it out, and perhaps I'll be able to transplant that too into a pot and save it, cut it right back, cut the top off and plant it, and fingers crossed it'll re-sprout. Yeah, and in here's been savaged. And there's a crop here, there's some plants here that certain people don't like. Certain people in blue uniforms. So maybe you're starting to guess what it was. It wasn't mine. But yeah, a big group of about, oh, how many? At least 10 big guys coming here and hack their way in and ripped everything out that was growing here. Maybe you can tell what that is. Maybe you can't, it's a bit hard to tell, isn't it? Yeah. It caused a hell of a mess. And yeah, they're very annoyed about it. And they want to put me in jail for a few years, even though it's not mine. So I'm going to have to spend thousands of dollars on legal fees to try and stay out of jail. So my whole life's kind of ruined at the moment, to put it lightly. Well, it is ruined, really. There's no ifs or buts. My life's pretty well stuffed. Hopefully, pray to God I'll be able to stay out of jail, but it's going to cost me thousands of dollars, and I'm not a rich man. I'm a poor man. So yeah, they've left quite a mess. Here's one they left behind. Maybe you can tell by this, by looking at it, what it is. 50, what do they say? Quiz. Can anybody guess what that is? Something they left behind. It's pretty hard to tell, isn't it, really? It's so knocked around. That's about the only bit they left behind, really. I didn't even see it. I didn't even know it was here. Apparently there was quite a bit of it. And as you can imagine, I'm very pissed off at the person who did it. He was supposed to be helping me clear out all this space. And it seems he was busy doing other things. So there's another bit. It's quite dry now. I think it had just turned to crumbs if I scrunched it up. It's been laying in the sun for a few days, covered in dirt and mud. You had little sprinklers. It's fairly well organised, I guess. There's a bit more. There you go. Can you tell what that is? Yep. One thing you don't want to grow, folks. Well, certain people get very angry with you. Multinational corporations grow it on the Sunshine Coast right now. I started legally growing it, but don't you grow it, or you'll be in the poo. Oh. Come on, make a mess of your yard. And gloves, plastic gloves. Bugger. See, I can't even see out of the windows of this house. It's all so overgrown. But I don't know. Trying to look on the bright side. At least. Oh, getting out of breath. About a quarter to a third of the yard is cleared now. So that's what I wanted to do. That was the deal. He was supposed to clear the yard for me. Yeah, it was like it was so overgrown before. It's still more than half to go. So yeah, I'd like to clear the rest. Fill it up with pawpaws actually. It's so expensive to clear it. But it's a quarter done. All this was all overgrown, only two right there. So it's a quarter done. And that was, I should have just got a machine and it worked out so expensive. Because yeah, it's going to cost me thousands. And they're blaming me for it. And yeah, I might even end up in jail in the next few weeks. I'm going to court in about 2 weeks' time. Less than 2 weeks. Let's see, solicitor, he's going to cost me a few $1,000s. Just because of this silly bugger. So yeah, that's my update. Let's hope I get through this, eh friends? Let's hope I get through this and I can show you something nice next time I do an update. Something positive. Maybe a cleared yard and a papaya farm. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Okay. Signing off. Bye for now. Wish me luck. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to have a whole yard full of those things? We've got that strain now. It's a really amazing strain. So heavy bearing. Small tree, just pack them in tight. I could fit 200 of those things in that backyard. I could only clear it out. More than 200 even. Okay, wish me luck. Bye, thanks for watching. Just thought I'd give you a look out of my spare room window before this tree dies anymore. There used to be a big fig tree here that was blocking my view out of the spare room window, and when the police came they cut through it down below there. They cut through the branch and now it's almost dead, so it's just going to be a dead branch soon. See, that's it, you can see it was very green and lush, and yeah, it used to go across the side of the house there, but for the police to get through they chopped it, cut it off, so it's quickly dying. Here's the leaves, they're all going to start, although they've almost dropped off now, there's only a few leaves left. It was a very bushy tree that blocked my view outside. I'll show you, it used to sit up a lot higher. I'll pull it up a bit. See, it's just a dead branch now. A big dead branch. So it used to sit up a lot higher and just block my view out of this window with the other trees here. You can see it's very overgrown. The yard was a jungle. And this guy's cleared part of it. You can see the rest of it. It was all like this. The whole yard was just, all the roof of the house was covered in that ice cream bean. All of that patch there in the back there, that was all covered in the ice cream bean. That's a huge tree. That house is 2 stories. That ice cream bean is more than 3 stories high. And it used to cover half the house. He's chopped all that back and covered it, you know, about a significant portion of the yard too. He's cut it right back. You can see a bit there where it's been cut. And he's cut all that tree, that macaranga tree. He's cut all that back. He cut this back recently through just these trees in close to the window. But I still couldn't see out. Not that I ever even really came in the spare room. This is the window from the spare room. But just showing you before it completely dies, this fig, it used to be quite big. Well, fairly big. And see, all the leaves are all dropping off now. You have almost, you're just grabbing it then, sort of giving it a shake, and there's more leaves dropping off. Much more leaves dropping off. It won't be long, a few more days and a bit of wind, and there won't be a leaf left on it. So yeah, just thought I'd show you that. As you can see, it's still, even with that tree dead, it's still, you know, you can't see much out of the windows, all you just see is trees. Just right up to the window. Okay. Signing off.